Find the value of x if the distance from the points at x, 5 to 3, 4 is square root of 2. Now this uses the distance formula, so we have to recall what the distance formula is, right? So the distance formula says that given two sets of points, one at x1, y1, and one at x2, y2, the distance between those points is given by the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared, right? So now we just plug in what we know. So let's let x, 5 be our x1, y1, and 3, 4 be our x2, y2. And since the distance between those 2 points is square root of 2, then this is going to be our d. So replacing that into the formula, we get that d, which is square root of 2, is equal to the square root of x2 minus x1, so that's 3 minus x squared, plus y2 minus y1, which is 4 minus 5 squared. Okay, and then simplifying the expression on the right, we get 3 minus x squared plus 4 minus 5 is negative 1 squared, which is just positive 1, right? So now we can solve, and since there's a square root on both sides, what we can do is square both sides. And in both sides of the equation, the operations are going to cancel each other out. So what we're left with on the left is just 2, and what we're left with on the right is going to be 3 minus x squared plus 1. So now we want to find x, right? So we should FOIL this out. And let me do that as side work here. So 3 minus x squared is 3 minus x times 3 minus x. So that's going to give us 9 minus 3x minus 3x plus x squared. So that's 9 minus 6x plus x squared, which I'm just going to rewrite as x squared minus 6x plus 9, right? Because addition and subtraction are commutative. You just have to remember to keep the signs where they should be. So we get 2 is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 9 plus 1. So 2 is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 10. And then bringing this 2 over to the other side, we get that 0 is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 8. And so this is a quadratic equation equal to 0. So factoring this out, we get x minus 4 times x minus 2, right? So since that's equal to 0, then we get that x is equal to 4, or x is equal to 2. So I've run out of space here, but let me take the scrap work off, and I'll write my answer up here. So since we have x is equal to 4 and x is equal to 2, then we know that the point 4, 5 and the point 2, 5 are both square root of 2 away from the point 3, 4, which was the answer to the question, right? We wanted to find x with the distance between x, 5 to 3, 4 is square root of 2. Well, there we go. Those two x's satisfy this question.